Good. First of all, how's the squad looking? Obviously, put a couple of players for Hill on Saturday. How are they doing?
We're going to see if they can train today. They haven't trained this week, so they missed. They picked up a couple of knocks right at the end of last week. Obviously missed the game, and they haven't trained as yet. But I'm going to see how they are today and see if they can be involved tomorrow. If they can, then it's a bonus. If not, then we go with the squad that we had on Saturday.
In general, how do you feel your preparations have gone ahead of this game?
I think as good as they can have gone, because we've only had two proper pre-season games because of the difficulty in arranging them, us not knowing when our start of the season was going to be, and us going away. But the actual training games that we've had and the way the players have committed to the schedule has been excellent, and we've avoided any major injuries, which is good. I think it's really important that players get through as much pre-season as possible, which we didn't have last season, which was really difficult. But this season we've had the majority of the squad training most days. We've had a good spell before we went to Austria. The Austria trip was superb for what we wanted to get from it, as in the team building exercise, the fitness requirements, and obviously the tactical side of the game, which is really important to us. And then we've sort of stepped up again last week, and I think we've had two good performances in the games that we've had, but we feel that each game will be a step up in the challenge that we face. So that's the challenge for us, is to step up our own performance and abilities to make sure we can compete.
You've been in a situation like this before where you're going into the first game of the season, and it's such a big, huge game, and it could have a lot of ramifications for financially and for getting a good run in Europe as well. Is that the kind of difficulty that you maybe not know quite what to expect in the first game of the season, but it's such a big game?
No, I think if you ask every team if their first game is a big game, then it will be, because you want to start off on the right foot. You want to start off with a positive performance and result. So I think every time you start the season, whether it's in the League Cup, European or the league, you want to start off well. So we're no different, but it is last season was a first for me, going straight into cup games after 2 weeks of pre-season. And this another first for me, going straight into European competition. So, but it's exciting. I like that. It's different challenges, different levels of football, different countries, and but where I feel when we started planning our pre-season, but for maybe one more game we would like to have got in. Our pre-season's gone as well as we would have wanted it to this point. But I think always when you go into that first game, the difference with pre-season games this year, you're quite relaxed until you get into the game as a player. I think when you go into your first game of the season, I think the nervous tension starts way before the game, so that can sap out if you don't control that. So I think our boys are excited about the game tomorrow. I think it's the first time for a few that play in Europe, but we know it's a tough challenge. We know Sligo, we've seen them play, we've analysed them really well, so we know it will be a difficult game.
Just finally for me, obviously there's a lot of continuity in the squad, because you did a lot of business 12 months ago, but up front, obviously if Ken Van Veen's not playing, you've also lost Kane Woolery, and Jordan Roberts has moved on. You're still looking for players up there? Are you still looking for a combination as well, especially for this game?
Well, yeah, we've lost a couple of players, well, more than a couple of players, but we were, not being disrespectful, we were ready and comfortable with certain players moving on, because we felt that we needed to trim the squad and sort of redefine it a little bit. But I think if you look at the players we've brought in, we've only brought 3 in so far: Paul McGinn, Blair Spittle and Josh Morris, but these are proven performers, and certainly in Blair Spittle and Josh Morris's case, they're proven attacking midfielders who can score goals. I know from my own experience managing Josh before that he's scored goals in the previous 2 times that I've managed him. Blair Spittle had a good goal scoring season last season, so it's not a case of replacing like for like, but different players, and different attributes, but certainly proven goal scorers. And we feel we have other players within the squad, people like Connor Shields, Joe Efford, Ross Tierney, Callum Slattery, Sean Goss, where we expect them to improve on their goal scoring from last season. And they have the capabilities and abilities to that, so we have to give them the opportunities to prove that's the case. And I'm confident that we have enough goal scoring threats within our team and our squad, I should say, to score the amount of goals we did last season. Because if you took penalties away from non-penalty goals, we were the 4th top scorers in the SPL. So the difficult we had, or the improvements we feel we have to make on the defensive side of it, and not concede as many goals as we did. So we've done a lot of work on that. I think we have the players to help us do that and improve that aspect. But I feel that we've got the players to win games now. But we're always on the lookout to try and improve the squad if we can, improve the team. So that work will never stop, and there's still a significant amount of the window left to do that.
You said the training's been going really well in pre-season, Graham. Is everyone looking forward to the game tomorrow?
I would hope so, yeah. I haven't asked them all personally, but from the way they train and the way they go, even the game we had in Austria and then part of this, so I thought there was a bounce about our team. There was an energy about our team and a purposeful sort of effort from the team to show that they wanted to play and wanted to win, and that's important for us. It can't just be for supposed big games. I think every time you put on a kit, you're representing yourself and the club and your teammates. I think you have to show the right attitude for that. So I've seen that from the team from day one of pre-season. But yeah, the first game of the season is always a sort of an extra feeling around it, an emotion. Everyone's coming together, and certainly at Fir Park, because we haven't played at Fir Park since last season. When we actually qualified for Europe, that was the last time we played it. So it'll be good to play on. We've got a new pitch, so we have to get used to that if we can as quick as possible. But yeah, I think there's always a buzz about the start of a season, and I don't see why we shouldn't have. We had a fantastic season last season. I think we've got a really good squad with motivated players, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
You said you saw Sligo play before. What sort of challenge are you expecting them to bring tomorrow night?
I think they're a good footballing team. They can be expansive. I think they've got the right players in the right positions to be a successful team. And I'm sure they're as motivated as us to go and perform and win. So we're looking forward to it. I think the bigger the challenge or the harder the challenge for us, I think the better we perform. We'll be expecting a tough game, but the biggest aim for us is to make sure that they have a tough game. And so we know of their qualities. We know where we feel we can hurt them. But it's about putting it into practice. Taking it from training, putting it into the game, and go and commit to the game.
Hi Graham, Adam from STV.
Hi.
How big a moment is this for the club to have European football becoming?
Yeah, I think it's something that it wasn't our ultimate ambition last season. We have our basic aims, and the first port of call for us as a club is to make sure we're in the Premiership the season after. That's where our budget dictates that we have to focus on. But within ourselves as professionals and with the quality we have to try and set our inward ambitions higher. We try to compete for the top 6. After that, anything's a bonus. And once we got into the top 6, like I said, when we did last season, it's down to how much the players want to push for that extra step. And I felt they showed the right qualities to go and grab European football. So I know Motherwell has performed on this stage before, but I think there's a lot of firsts or novices, I would say, or people that haven't had that experience, like myself, as a manager and female players. So there's an excitement about it, a buzz, and I think the supporters are looking forward to it as well. So it's something that once we had the opportunity to try and achieve, we wanted to go all out to try and do it. But whenever you get to these sort of stages, I don't know, European football, semi-finals, it's about winning. And it's about not just taking part. I know that's a lovely gesture that people talk about when we're kids and stuff like that, but at this level, it's about competing and winning. So the biggest thing for us is going over these 2 legs and winning the tie.
And do you think Sligo have any advantage in the sense that they are playing kind of competitive games already this season?
I don't know. I think you do gather momentum as you go through the season to a certain point. I think certainly at the start of the season, your freshness and not having loads of games can work in your advantage, or being in your stride can work in your advantage. But I think what we've got to do is focus on how we've prepared, not think of not get any excuses ready to say why they did this and we didn't do that. We're ready to go into a game of football. We're physically ready. We're tactically ready. I think mentally the players are ready for this challenge. But so I don't see any unforeseen advantages on that side of it. But time will tell.